In today's lesson, you'll learn how to play the minor pentatonic scale starting on the flat third. You should already know how to play the minor pentatonic scale beginning on the root. The good news is that you already know half of the new scale fingering you're about to learn. The scale fingering starting from the root includes half of the notes that you'll find in the next scale fingering. So we're gonna move our second finger to where your fourth finger was playing in the original scale pattern that you already know. So we'll move it here. And now we're going to play A minor pentatonic from the flat third. So you'll notice that all of the notes that you were playing with your third and fourth fingers in this scale pattern are now being played by your first and second fingers. You want to learn the minor pentatonic scale in more than one spot on the neck so that you can access the full range of the instrument. So whatever you're playing, if you want to play higher up, you're able to access that, or lower down, which we'll get to. But for now, let's just work on these two scale fingerings. The minor pentatonic scale is also useful in virtually all styles of music, which is why it's a really good scale to know. So now we're going to play pentatonic minor starting on the root, ascending, and then we're going to shift to the new fingering and play it descending. So this is what that sounds like and looks like. Shift. Now we'll flip it around. We'll play from the flat third ascending and then shift to the other fingering to play descending from the root. So for now, I'd like you to practice that, playing the pentatonic minor scale from the root ascending, and then from the flat third descending, and then reverse it from the flat third ascending, and then the root descending. It's important to practice with a metronome. You can find metronome apps for your phone, or you can go to a music store or online and buy a metronome. Make sure you go through this on a daily basis, slowly. Don't speed it up until you're really comfortable with it. So once you've accessed this new scale fingering, you'll have another spot on the guitar that you're familiar with.